I'm sorry. Am I in your way? Thank you so much for asking so politely.
You still owe me a push-up?
How fantastic! Oh, like politics? Well, it's no secret that the Empire and Aldemiri Dominion are plotting against each other, even if neither of them care to admit it. People are doomsaying, saying that Cyrodiil is about to descend into another great war. I don't know what to make of it, and I don't much like contemplating my own death, so I try not to think about it too much. Me? I learned back down in Valenwood. I wasn't taught, per se, but ever since I first got my hands on a lute, I knew it was my calling. The feeling as your finger twangs on the lute strings. The thrill of rapturous applause. That's the life for me. Of course, not many Bosmer get a lute. You gotta import them. Green packed and all that. You can't go cutting down trees in the Valenwood. From Airless? Yeah. Oh, you mean actual rapturous applause, though, right? Well, the answer is, sadly, no. Not anymore. This place used to be packed with travelers crossing the border in both directions. Since the Skyrim Civil War and the Empire tightening border restrictions, let's just say Snowstone doesn't get much business anymore. Rumors? In Snowstone Rest? As much as I love the atmosphere here, the inn is hardly all that busy nowadays. Closest thing to a rumor around here is the sound of the hearth, burning away, like it always does. Well, I did hear a rumor that there's a Bosmer bard in a tavern near the Skyrim border who's currently looking for work. I heard tell that he's currently employed, but in the arse end of nowhere. So, you know, he's always available. If anyone... Divines, please, if anyone's interested. Well, actually, I have heard talk of a bizarre little creature running around stealing chickens and pies. Oh, and chicken pies, down in the Blackwood. Heard folk down there have taken to calling it the Munchkin. Had your fill of rumors now, have you? Bye.
Food, drink, beds. Which one suits your fancy today? Because the Empire's got the border locked up tighter than a Khajiit skooma horde. Normally, this inn would be a hive of activity as travelers stream down the Gerals, heading to Cyrodiil. Now it's just an inn in the middle of nowhere. And I'm alone. Even more so since I lost old Barnius. My old dog. I love dogs. Most faithful companions a man can have. He died a few years ago. The cold got to him. He never liked the cold. Was used to the temperate climes down south. He was my truest friend. And now he's gone. The customers at least used to distract me, but now I don't even have them. Speaking of which, I've been meaning to leave an offering at his grave, just behind the inn. Something to pay my respects. Remember a lifelong loss, you know. Problem is, I'm not really up to going around and gathering this stuff together. The wilderness is dangerous, and I don't want to die to a timber wolf or an ogre, or who knows what else. Thank you, traveler. You are truly a generous soul. I'll reward you with what little coin I can spare, just to say thanks. If you could gather some motherwort for me, I'd be able to lay an offering for old Barnius. Just a few should do. Return the mother to me, and I'll be able to leave an offering and feel a little more at peace for a few more years. Can I help you? Bye.
Damn it all. Run out of Cyrodiil, all for daring to offend Dorina's band of criminals and cutpurses. What's wrong? I'm being forced to flee my home, that's what's wrong. All because of those damned cutters. I got on their bad side, angered the wrong people, fought a little bit too tirelessly when they attacked the wagon I was escorting. Long story short, I need out of Cyrodiil. They're chasing me as we speak. I just stopped in here to get a bit of Nord fire in my belly for the trip. Actually, I hate to ask this of you, but could you deliver this note to my brother, Holgard? He runs Northern Arms, the smithy in Bruma.
Like, someone is sitting there playing with us.
Thank you so much, traveler. I'd be happy to give you directions to Bruma if you need them. Once you get to the city, just find the smithy, Northern Arms. It's on the north side of town. Best of luck, friend. And thank you. zone! What are you doing here? Fine. If you won't leave, go. Find Alina. Tell her we need her at the front, immediately. Wait, Alina, she's... dead? You'll have to hold my rear, but you'll stand no chance with that weapon. Grab one of the old consecrated blades. Glenroy should do, from the armory. Meet me in the west wing with Glenroy's blade, and we'll make our final stand.
I'm not sure I like the idea of crouching down behind you. If you dare let one go, then you could forget me helping you. Why am I even talking?
You're here. You're wielding Glenroy's blade. Excellent. His is an ancient and revered weapon. Carry it proudly. All right, let's go! Dead. He's... dead. And the roof. Rubble. Corvin is dead. Alina is dead. They're all... dead. And the roof. Is this it? Have we lost the fight? The Dominion. They're marching on Cyrodiil. The false Emperor is doing nothing to defend us. And now they're laying siege to the temple. They set up siege weapons, catapults, trebuchets. Their battle mages rain fire on us from above. They've broken through the front lines and are closing in. It's nearly lost. And if Alina and Corvin have fallen... dead. I'm dead. You found my skeleton. Talus, no! Then Cloud Ruler Temple is lost. The blades are broken. My order is no more. As am I. Thank you for showing me the truth, friend. You've spared me endless torment. Though I fear that the truth isn't much more comforting. Meet me back in the Great Hall. There are rites to perform. Perhaps then I'll be able to feel Arkay's embrace at last.
You are such a show-off. Yeah, okay. I know that look you're giving me, but it's important to let people know that you are superior. It's for their own good. Otherwise they would have no one but the gods to admire.
Time has come, friend. Place our blades into the fire. Release our spirits. Grant us rest in Aetherius.
Do you mind?
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Free the
Gods
others.
guide you.
Then we will speak one final time.
Talos protect you, friend. Thank you for releasing me.
You have freed us, friend. You have my eternal thanks. You may keep Glenroy's blade. My soul will empower it. It is an ancient artifact of our order, but our order is broken. Use it to uphold our legacy.
I like to think of philosophy as a way of conclusively resolving the big questions in life. Or is it? Discuss.
I am reborn. What is this? What have I become? Who has desecrated my sanctum? Who has defiled my body? There is an interloper in my midst. I feel them. Each step they take in these halls reverberates like a hammer to my heart. Leave this place, interloper. This is a sacred city of Meridnunda. You are unwelcome here. I feel magic coursing through my body from another city. A city far away. A noble, horrible, broken city. You are not one. You did not do this. Whoever did this must pay recompense for their malfeasance. I am a servant of Meridnunda. I loathe the undead. And yet, that is what my existence is now reduced to. To be pulled so abruptly from the rest of Aetherius by such a violent onslaught of magicka. To feel the ancient guardians of this place be reborn. It is a travesty, and in the absence of any other victims against which to dispense my anger, you shall have to do. There shall be no pardon for your trespass. You will writhe in agony for your misdeeds. You will be broken 1,000 times over.
good with picking locks? I like to think I'm good with picking locks too, but judging by the number of people flying around it's fair to say everyone must be up to no good these days. So watch yourself.
Halt! Your reckless disregard for the law has come to an end. You're under arrest. Let's get this straightened out. Your stolen goods are going back to their rightful owners, and you're coming with me.
Excuse me, sorry to bother. I don't suppose you've seen any priceless Sakaviri heirlooms gallivanting around Bruma, have you? As I suspected. Sorry to bother you, citizen. Just, let me know if any do crop up, yeah? Thanks. A whole lot of uproar about nothing, that's what. The Count's been nagging my life and soul out about the damned things. You see, the Carvanes have a sort of family tradition. They've acquired a taste for Akaviri artifacts, constantly collecting more and more. Been going on for centuries now. Well, it turns out poor old Count Desilus, Count Carvane, isn't too happy that his collection's been stolen. Well, that's... who am I kidding? Absolutely. This is driving me crazy. Just bring them back to me when you found them, and I'll be extremely appreciative. And I mean extremely appreciative. Seriously. I feel like offing myself right about now. Almost definitely the resale value. Akaviri artifacts are very often one of a kind, and they can fetch a very high price to the right buyers. Someone possessing those artifacts could find themselves becoming very wealthy very quickly. I suspect that's the motive here. I have no idea how they'd manage that, honestly. Either adept stealth or good luck. Probably a bit of both. Akaviri artifacts. I don't know anything more specific than that. Rignar and the Count both told me, but honestly it flew in one ear and out the other. If you want to know exactly what artifacts to keep your eyes peeled for, talk to Rignar. I'm sure he can help you more there. Not in particular. Then again, the lowlives of Bruma don't exactly hide themselves all that well. The shadier tavern in town, the Restful Watchman, full of thieves, bandits, thugs, and other miscreants, might be a decent place to start your search. I'm not too sure on the details of that, to be honest. Rignar, the castle steward, was the first one who noticed them missing. Might be worth speaking to him, if you think that's interesting evidence to dig up. It's tough. On one side, you've got criminals, the kind that like to hide behind law and policy to wriggle out of justice. On the other, you've got politics, constantly meddling in our affairs as everyone walks on eggshells. And here I am in the center, just trying to make things work for the people. Sometimes I wish I'd stayed down in the Imperial City. Well, I don't know if I'd go that far. We have it fairly okay compared to some other parts of the province. The problem is that the criminals here aren't driven to it out of desperation. They just want the coin, to get rich. They know how to game the system. Except D'Artagnan. He's... well, never mind. Probably told you too much. You're right. Well, listen. D'Artagna's a thief. Likes to call himself a cat burglar. Funny Khajiit sense of humor. But it's funny, he steals from those who don't deserve what they have. Like, say, other thieves or power-mad politicians. And then he sells the stuff. With a discount for those who truly need it, no less. I don't understand that cat. But I can't really complain. As thieves go, he's one of the better ones. But he currently has charges leveled against him from Cetus, the owner of Icewind Traders. So that's that. So you're right. Needing an inn? Go to the Gerald View. There's another tavern in town. The Restful Watchman. You what? And what's that there? I see. Brothers, huh? I swear, those damned bandits are getting bolder and bolder. They'll rule the entire county soon. Here. Have this. A little bit of coin. Least I can do. Here's hoping Avar can return here in time.
Yes? What did you need?
Speak to me. All set?
To fail at a simple job like that. No way it was just a coincidence. It must have been. Oh, hello. What are you looking at? Speak. That's none of your... I suppose there's no harm in telling you now. Who knows? Maybe you'll be able to help. I'm a mercenary. Been one for years now, and I don't often fail a job. But this last time, I did fail, but not through any fault of my own. Well, I suppose I could, yeah. You'll need to know more about the job first, though. I'd been hired by some anonymous noble to clear out a cave full of bandits near Bruma. Offer some nice coin, too. My wife came with me. We were battle partners. Things were going well until we were ambushed. Bandit reinforcements showed up out of nowhere, flanking us the way we came. They bound us and gagged us, left us disarmed and defeated. They left with my wife and left me to die. I managed to escape my captivity, but when I got back to the cave, they'd gone. All of them, including my wife. I've been searching for her damn near a whole year now. No success. Praise Malakath. Once you turn up something solid, let me know. I'll be here. The best place to start is probably the castle. Ask the nobles, see if they know anything.
The Restful Watchman. Rooms and food, that's what we do. What do you need? Well, honestly, sometimes I do. I'm only saying this because I suspect you might be able to help me out. You see, there's this snooty Altmer that came through here a few days back. One of those haughty Alinor types. Newcomer to Bruma. Well, he came here, not realizing that the Gerald view might have been more to his tastes. After he witnessed a few of our, morally gray activities and an exceptional display of promiscuity, well, he decided to leave. Now, in his outrage and disgust, he's planning to try and press charges against my tavern. If you could just talk him down, I'd appreciate it. Great. He's probably storming around town right now, trying to rabble-rouse against the Watchmen. Put a stop to it. I don't tend to gossip about my patrons. Bad for business, you know, especially when you're in my line of work. Well, true enough. There's this Breton guy who comes through here every now and again. Sleaziest guy I've ever seen. Except for me, of course. Got a reputation to maintain, you know? Name's Etienne, or something like that. Anyway, he mentioned something to do with Akaviri trinkets while we spoke. Mentioned wanting to sell them, or something. I guess he's your man. I don't know. Listen, do you really think I'm going to tell you everything about my customers? That's a sure way to get run out of this business. Listen, you want me to tell you so badly? Make me. I'm not budging until I've been forced to, legally. You know what I'm getting at, I assume. You here to do business?
Bye.
What are you doing gawking at me? Shoo! I've given you a task. Unless you think you've found the culprit. I wish I knew. Actually, no, I'm glad I don't. I don't want to think about it. It can't be good. Because the job came down the chain of power. I didn't get it directly from whoever ordered it. The steward gave me the job, but the steward gives out all the jobs. I doubt he even knows where the order came down from. Goodbye.
Can I help you? The prey approaches.
Excuse me, but have you ever heard of the Champion of Cyrodiil? The Champion of Cyrodiil is the reason Tamriel is still intact. And yet you've never heard? The Champion fought alongside Martin during the Oblivion Crisis back in the Third Era. They closed the Oblivion Gates and fought alongside the Blades during the Battle of Bruma, where they managed to shut down the Great Gate. The Champion also killed Manka Kamra, and with Martin's help saved the Imperial City from Daedric invasion. The Champion is my inspiration, second only to Captain Bird. You know, the distant relative. I have a very large collection of Champion of Cyrodiil artifacts, my pride and joy, and I always want to expand it. Perhaps one day you'll aid me in that pursuit, huh? But that day isn't today. I need to track down another artifact first. Anyway, thank you for your time, and sorry for approaching you so abruptly. Sometimes my passion for the Champion can carry me away. Sorry again. Oh, I almost forgot. If you're interested, come to my house. I have a fantastic Champion of Cyrodiil museum tour available. Innumerable Champion of Cyrodiil artifacts. Come, check it out when you can.
I'm Galarin, Synod Hopeful. If you have any cuts or bruises, I'd be happy to practice my restoration on you. Oh, I was born in Bruma. I traveled around Cyrodiil and lived for a few years in Coral, but the mountains and the cold air always called to me. My parents used to say there must have been some Nord blood in our family for me to love the snow so much. There probably isn't, of course. My parents were from High Rock. That's about as Breton as it gets. Too bad they aren't here to see me make the Synod. I think they would have been proud. They died a while back. Papa got sick, so Mama went out adventuring to try and raise money for a healer. Mama never made it back, so Papa never got his healing. I'm not broken up about it anymore. It happened several years ago now. But I do still miss the feeling of family, of being loved, you know? In any case, being a mage of the Synod will help with that. That will be my place to belong. Talk to
I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The Chapel of St. Mark does not violate the terms of the White Gold Concordat. There is no Talos worship going on here.
It violates the spirit of the White Gold Concordat. I must urge you to cease and desist at once.
Oh? What is the spirit of the White Gold Concordat?
Yes? What did you need?
The spirit of the White Gold Concordat is that men are not and can never be gods.
It's so
Just as
bright
Tiber
out here.
Septim is not a
I
god,
understand
nor
it.
is Martin Septim.
But what does the Concordat actually say?
The Concordat forbids Talos worship.
No mention of Martin Septim worship, though?
No, there isn't. I must consult with my superiors. Perhaps we will have to petition for a slight amendment to some unfortunately specific wording within the Concordat. We will
So you
keep
can
our
enchant
eyes
stuff,
on
huh?
your little cult, however.
Glad I could enchant your sword.
Since it's worn down.
What?
And so, Skyrim's new favorite folk hero chooses to grace us with their presence. The Dragonborn, I presume. The burdens of fame weighing you down? Well, don't worry. I assure you, you'll receive no special treatment from me. Many before you have said the same. Many before you have reneged on that notion almost as soon as they'd emptily recited it. They now find themselves hanging from trees, their decrepit husks wasting away amidst near-endless blizzard. Enjoy your stay in this fair city. Citizens of Bruma.
Oh, look,
I
an
stand
infant.
here to remind you
How
of the White
quaint.
Gold Concordat. Its decree, particularly the outlaw of Talos worship, is imperative. Talos worship is a crime.
I'm the Count Steward here in Bruma. If there is anything you need, I'll try my best to help you. Some amulets, some rings, a katana, all of Akaviri design. Priceless relics. Very valuable and very well loved by the Count. I didn't know. I was just doing the rounds here in the castle. I was about to go to bed for the night when I noticed something. Normally there's a little glint in the corner of my eye. The light bouncing off of one of the Akaviri amulets. But this time, nothing. I went to investigate, and the artifacts were gone. I'm sorry I can't be of more use. Best of luck with your investigation. What is it? So the guard captain's actually looking into it. Excellent. Can't have the Carvane artifact collection lost to some random burglar. Best of luck with your investigation. Welcome to Castle Bruma, seat of County Bruma, jewel of the Geralds and all. Perhaps go speak with the guard captain. I'm afraid such things are out of my hands. County Bruma is the jewel of Cyrodiil. Though the mountains may be frosty, the hearts of our people are as warm as the brightest hearth. Of course, that's not to say that she's perfect. As with any county, we have our fair share of vicious wildlife and shameless brigands. But we don't let that put a dampener on things. That's the Nord way, after all, and Bruma's as Nordic as she is imperial. Goodbye. I can handle most smaller matters. An interesting question. We keep records of expenses from members of the Bruma court, especially the times it's coming out of our treasury. However, we don't give this kind of information out to anyone who so much as asks. Why do you want to know? Truly? I see an honest glint in your eye. I think you're telling the truth. Well then, I will get you any information I can from the records. One moment while I go check them. You just wait around here.
Marcius Carve, Viscount Bruma. The title garners a lot of respect and a fair few privileges. Anyway, how can I help you? Yes, an explorer's guide to Skyrim. Very popular in Skyrim. Seems to turn up in the most unusual of places. As Viscount, I'm a sort of secondary count, if you will. I deal with a lot of the same duties as the Count, albeit deferring to him. Often, when the Count is busy with other matters, he delegates lesser affairs to me. See you around.
Objector, what is it? Farewell. Can I help you? Well, I've checked the records. She spends a lot of time around the castle. You can go speak to her if you wish. Out of memory, there was another who hired some mercenaries for a bandit raid last year too. It was, Simon Gautier. Yeah, that's the one. Not too sure on the details. I'm going off of memory here, since his mission wasn't recorded in the books. Huh. Strange that. We usually keep thorough records. Well, anyway, I hope I was of some help. But that's all I know, and all the books know. Best of luck with your investigation. There are threats popping up constantly. Here, take a look at this bounty decree for details. Until next time.
Respect the law. Respect yourself. Bentior wants legal pressure. Well, I think we can certainly accommodate him there. Take this. A letter with my signature. Show it to him and he's sure to change his tune.
Damnable tavern! Damnable owner! How dare he allow that lizard to engage in such a salacious display? Scandalous! It's a dingy squad filled with criminals, rats, and lice. The amount of underhanded deals and crooked business that goes on there, it beggars belief! I want its proprietor to land in hot water with our dear guard captain. He deserves it, no? Say, would you help me with that? I'm not used to being refused. So be it. Ha! That isn't going to happen, I'm afraid.
See you.
Before you ask, I don't sell poisons. Like, really, I wish people would stop asking. No, there aren't. Doesn't matter much to me. But sometimes, I do feel kind of isolated among all the Nords and Imperials. There wasn't already an alchemist in town when I came up here, and I figured it was a burgeoning market and a ripe opportunity. Fortune favors the bold, or so they say.
Enough of this, Edvia. You're letting your bullheadedness get the better of you. If only you'd see him again.
Here's what I have.
See him again? You have to be kidding me.
Farewell.
Are you looking for
You
my
look like you
husband,
could use
Ralph?
some new
He's
clothes.
probably
I
off
mean,
hunting or
not that what
something.
you're wearing looks bad. Talk to you later.
I've got rooms, I've got food and drinks, and 1,000 elven ladies under my belt.
By the Synod, weary of the whispers, why not go somewhere more
What?
agreeable?
Let me
We've
see
got a
that.
Resplendence boutique
Oh,
of magical wonders.
damn. Fine, I'll tell you what I know. Listen, I heard the thief had some dealings with some, fellow businessmen holed up in the Gerals. You'd probably call them bandits, though. I tell you, no respect for the profession these days. Here, just so I don't have to go sit in a cell again, I'll mark it on your map. Go take it up with them. And by the divines, leave me alone now, alright? God. See you around. What in oblivion are you doing?
Yes? What did you need?
Good afternoon.
A series of unlucky events. I'd rather not talk about it. My most sincere thanks, honored friend. See you.
Every copy only costs 10 septims!
Good afternoon. Well, my my ancestor, Bird, fought alongside the champion of Cyrodiil during the Battle of Bruma. The first Birdson was born after Bird's death. Given his fame and status as captain of the guard, he felt he was worthy of making a name. It's been that way for generations. Goodbye.
Stennar Seno at your service. I'm no Nord, but I'll keep drinking mead until I become one.
Well, I would be, but unfortunately I've got some debts to pay off. I've been doing odd jobs around town to help raise the septums. Sorry, lad. That's something a man like me keeps private.
You know, I think you're right. Don't tell anyone, though, okay?
Well, you see, my friend, for as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to go to Skyrim. The Nords, their culture, their history, it all just appeals to me. Unfortunately, something's always kept me tied here to Bruma. First, it was my ma, who was sick for a long time. And then it was, well, let's just say that my appreciation for Nord culture led me to sharing their fervent worship of a, certain god, shall we say. And unfortunately, someone found out. In the end, this someone promised not to sell me out to Armion, but in return for this favor, they require a very large sum of money. So that's the debt I owe now. I've been trying to work it off ever since then. Lad, I'm sure you get all sorts of people coming to you asking for help. But I've got myself into this mess, so I'm going to get myself out. Thanks for the offer, though. You are a true friend. See you.
Veil the wood scholar, streaming anew into Senor, to which it is streaming. What a ball!
They love the sinew. The sinew de boss.
You look rather intimidating in that outfit. I wouldn't want to mess with you. Although, don't think that outfit would stop me.
Mind your step.
I am distressing the customers.
That's what I just said. Yes.
Let me give you some room.
You dare! How dare you! I am outraged. You hire me to play songs in this bar that is so far below my standards, and now you proclaim my music as distressful.
Most people usually buy me a drink first.
Done with this shoddy excuse for a tavern. I'm off for the Restful Watchman, your top competition. How about that, huh? And you talentless, tasteless fiends! How dare you insult my music? Could you do better? No, you couldn't, because I was trained at the Bots College in Solitude, and I'm the foremost practitioner of the art of song since Wagner himself. You are nothing more than jealous maggots, grasping your waist to insult me and belittle my talent. And to that I say, good day! You are not fit to stand before me. Begone, wastrel! Oh, look! A pumpkin! The hat? The hat? You dare refer to it as a hat? This pumpkin is a Colovian fur elm. They were all the rage back in the Third Era, though their popularity has since waned. But I, the illustrious Reed Olivan Toad, am spearheading their revival. Not only am I a pioneer of music, I am also a pioneer of fine fashions. Soon, when you see all and sundry walking around sporting them, you'll know in the back of your mind that we not even Tone was there first. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. You wouldn't know high fashion if beat you senseless. So let's not tempt high fashion, huh, Pissin' Rube? Of course I am. A true Nord knows that boasting is appropriate when it is called for, and we not even Tone knows this well. Or are you insulting my ability, bumpkin? Don't tempt me. To clunk you over the head with my flute or my lute, or bludgeon you with my fiddle. I know, I will travel to Daggerfall, grab one of those fancy bread knobs and spank you with it. Oh, or I could slam you with a tambourine so vigorously that every Bruma citizen could hear it. That would make you the joke of the day. Oh, look, there goes the tambourine man. How's that sound, Pissin' Rube?
What can I get you? I just wish my Heron was here. He would always make these long days seem much shorter. I'm sorry, don't mind me. Just a soldier's wife missing her husband. He was stationed at Fort Pale Pass, but we haven't heard anything for months. None of the soldiers passing through here on leave have seen him either. I've sent letter after letter, but they still haven't told me anything. I have no idea where he is, what happened to him, or if he's even still alive. The Imperial fort placed right on the border to Skyrim. Mostly wanted for illegal border crossing. Yes, many times. I've sent letter after letter, but heard nothing. I can send as many letters as I want, but if Heron isn't even at the fort, then he's hardly going to see them, is he? You would? I'd be indebted to you if you did, stranger. Like I said, was garrisoned up at Fort Pale Pass. It's right on the border to Skyrim. Good luck. And please, stranger, I beg of you, find my Heron.
Yes? What did you need?
The Gerald View. We have drinks, beds, and food. Which do you need? Any or all?
Hail, traveler.
Greetings, I'm Ambri the Bard. In the mood for a song? Back home in High Rock, Wayrest to be specific, great place. A real bastion of the arts, lots of talented musicians back there. Oh, you should head there sometime, they even have a menagerie, though it may have moved on by now. Well, nowhere compares to what's in High Rock, of course. Though perhaps that's just my affinity for Breton culture shining through. Well, there's the Nern Theater. You'll find it on the Imperial Isle just outside the walls of the Imperial City. Other than that, not much springs to mind, I'm afraid. Farewell. The Gerald View is quite an agreeable. You wouldn't have. Stantis recently hired me to replace who was, by all accounts, a particularly disagreeable fellow bard. Yes, by all accounts, quite a shocking excuse for a bard. But I'm not here to pass judgment on others. I'm here to entertain. So, want a song? Goodbye.
Damn it, if only that infernal bard would shut his mouth! Oh, his name is Reynard, even toned. Damned fool apparently thinks he's the divine's gift to sing. He's terrible, and he's loud. You can hear his terrible performances from the streets. It's getting very irritating. The beggar, Relante, has shown a particular interest in getting Reynard to shut up for some reason. You could go speak with him. Perhaps he'd even pay you. This has been falsely accused of stealing from Icewind Traders, the general store. They tell him he has stolen their hides and that he is selling them at his stall. This is false. This one has done nothing of the sort. In fact, perhaps you could help. Adius Villius is the captain of the guard here in Bruma. If you speak to him, perhaps he will change his mind. This one fears he considers him a dirty thief and will not hear his pleas. Thank you. May you eternally walk on the warmest, glistening sands. These pleasantries please you, yes? Then Khajiit will continue.
Can I help you? See you.
May you walk on warm sands. Yes, indeed. This one labors long and hard to earn his keep. Hunting can be tiring, exhausting, but this one must press on. Although... this one is feeling a bit lazy today. What if you were to bring him some bear pelts instead? He will pay you well. Excellent. Just return to this one when you have, say, 10 of the pelts.
I'm proud of my ancestry, as should all Nords be. Why not? The same reason I sell ancient Nordic artifacts, so that the young Nords here in Bruma can be reminded of their roots. Bruma has all the surface trappings of Skyrim, the snow, the cold, but Skyrim is so much more than that. Something Bruma isn't and can never be. It's about the Nordic ruins dotting the landscape, about the dragon walls. It's about the diversity. Whiterun and the Reach, the Pale and Eastmarch. That variation of Nordic culture is something Cyrodiil doesn't have. I'll be content if my presence here reminds just a few Nords that they're not just Imperials with more facial hair and deeper voices. See you.
Come, warm yourself by the hearth. Wine, mead, ale, water. What will it be? See you around.
The name's Yotra. I keep the place clean and tidy for our customers and guests, and cook the fine meals that we're so renowned for. The Gerald View is the finest inn, eatery, and all-around establishment for miles. We accept no compromise and no substandard customer service. We tirelessly ensure that each and every one of our customers experiences the finest resting, eating, and drinking experience possible.
See you.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother. It's just that my most prized possession has gone missing, and I fear that without help, I'll never get it back. I normally wouldn't approach a stranger like this, but, well, I'm at the end of my tether. I could really use some help. Could I hire you? I could pay you handsomely. Excellent, thank you. The heirloom that's been stolen, well, by all accounts, the thief fled to the northeast of Bruma. I suspect they're holed up in Frozen Grotto. If you are able to retrieve my heirloom for me, I'll be forever in your debt. What is it?
What is it? Until next...
Us guards, we're well trained. We miss nothing. Just keep that in mind. He's accused of stealing from Icewind traders. What of it? Ah, wait. Don't tell me he roped you into having the charges dropped. He's been trying that tactic a lot recently. I have sympathy for the cat, being accused like this while the bigger fish swim free. What can I do? I have to enforce the law. No, but Cetus made the accusation. I don't know what you expect me to do, but I can't just drop charges on a whim like this. You have a point. Your word, along with Dartokto's, is one more voice than Cetus has on his side. Very well. Consider the charges dropped. However, I'm afraid it does come with some strings attached. I can't drop charges like this and return things back to the way they were. Consider the charges dropped, but Dartokto will be evicted of residency in Bruma. No way I can get away with dropping these charges without people starting to ask questions about how fit I am to be guard captain. It's no secret he's a thief, but he's about as close to a good thief as you can get without reading a children's bedtime story. Tell him I'm sorry. I was sort of fond of that cat. Oh, felt strange to say that. Anyway, you should probably go tell D'Artagnan the bittersweet news. Heard bandits have set up and plundered mine. Damn brigands. We clear them out, they always come back.
May you walk on warm sands. What does this one want with D'Artagnan? He has? This is wonderful news! Thank you for all the help. Wait, what? This one understands. He thinks. Bruma citizens will have to do without their friendly neighborhood cat burglar. For now. But where will this one go now? His home has been taken from him, and the Geralds are not so hospitable for sleeping rough. An interesting proposition, honored friend. Allow this one a few moments to consider it. Oh, who is D'Artagnan kidding? Of course! It would be an honor to travel with you. Onwards, to gold, and perhaps less run-ins with the law.
Come to speak to the best bard in all Tamriel? Hans, I am the most illustrious bard in the entire... Much better than any of the bumpkins from the Bard's College. That I graduated to, of course. Of course I did. What, you think Renard even Tone, a master bard and true artist, would be rejected from the Bard's College? Of course not.
Yes? Did you want something? Do I have a choice? Well, okay, but you owe me. I'm going to miss you. Well, not really. Okay, maybe a little.
Always walk on warm sands. And this one presumes it isn't your family fortunes, correct? More about this one? Not so sure what to tell. Go ahead, ask. Elsewhere is a land under the control of the Dominion. This one has little love for them, and they taint his homeland terribly. Yet, elsewhere is also a land of rich tradition, a long line of cultural Khajiiti heritage. And this one is no less Khajiiti than any of his brethren. Dardokto sometimes struggles with this topic. His views are conflicted, muddled. Perhaps later, clarity will be achieved. Farewell.
See that Imperial transport? Went by a few days ago. Should have raided it. Then we'd have some riches. Who's there?
Calm down.
Heard there were beasts around. Be careful, traveler. Rhea been talking herself up to impossible heights as usual. Don't let her get to you. Welcome to the Western Watchtower. She's a brash, chest-pounding fool, that's what. guard commander over at the Eastern Watchtower. She thinks she's better than us. I'm a veteran. I've been doing this for a long time, and Bruma hasn't fallen yet. I was here during the Great War, I'm still here now. And I'm not going anywhere. Not much happens out here, truth be told. But we still fulfill an important duty. Villagers from Applewatch use these roads every day, so they need to be kept safe. Traders, merchants, travelers, they all need these roads too, since we're so close to Bruma and Cyrodiil's so bustling. So it's a shame that threats keep cropping up constantly. Take just recently, for instance. Got some fresh-faced upstart bandits wandering the Gerals and harassing travelers. No idea why they've suddenly come up here, but we need to get rid of them. We've finally gotten resupplied, so hopefully we should be prepared to take them out next time we get the chance. You'd do that? Well, if you feel you're capable, I certainly won't refuse the help. However, if you would, could you do me a favor? The leader of those bandits has a magical sword. If you can, bring it back with you. As a trophy, it'd be incredibly good for morale around here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I in your way? Thank you so much for asking so politely.
Hello. To ask me why I became an acolyte of Saint Martin is to ask why thunder strikes, why rain falls, or why the wolf hunts. It is because this is what comes naturally to me. As you should. Bye.
There's a skeeving.
So now old Bartram's got a thug inside his house, apparently. Just wonderful. To be honest, I'd rather be dealing with this than going on Count Carvain's wild guar chase. I should ask before I march in there and deal with the thief. Did your investigation turn up any leads about the Count's precious artifacts? You found a lead. That's no small relief. I guess that means you go find him in the caverns while I go deal with the thief in Bartram's house. That changes things. Well, at least now we can kill two birds with one stone. If it's true, that is. Under most circumstances, I'd insist on going in first. I'm captain of the guard, it's my duty to shoulder the risk. But, well, this reeks of an ambush. It makes more sense to go in prepared. Let's go.
Captain of the guard. Just what I needed. Go ahead. Rub salt right into the wound.
What is the meaning of this? Why... Bartram's house, and why in oblivion do you look like you're on death's doorstep?
It all went wrong. The bandits tricked me. Typical. I wanted them to put in a good word for me with the cutters. But no, they lied. I gave that guy the artifacts, then they started swinging. I narrowly escaped by climbing back through the trap door.
I see. Well, I'm placing you under arrest for stealing Count Carvain's Zakaviri artifact collection. At least you won't bleed out in here. I'm gonna have to deal with this guy, slap him in irons and take him before the Count. Finally get Carvain off my back. I suppose that means it's down to you to deal with the bandits and retrieve the artifacts. I know the caverns are a favorite haunt of bandits and criminal types. Lots of them down there. No need to clear them out. Not that I'd complain if you did.
Sorry.
Just grab the artifacts. Best of luck.
Can I help you?
Us guards, we're well trained. We miss nothing. Keep that in mind.
Yes? What did you need? Do you need something? Sorry, I'm not that easy to get rid of. If you want to run ahead, I won't stop you. But I'll be following. I can't wait to see the courtyard.
Who's there?
Suffering is at an end. You want to ask me something? Okay. We are a pretty good team.
How can I help you? I'll be right behind you.
Yes? If you think it'll help. I can't wait to see the courtyard again.
This one yearns to be emperor. And this one presumes it isn't your family fortunes, correct? Goodbye. And
Ow, ow!
look what we have here. I think we have a hero. Just what I needed to brighten my day, yes? What's going on?
So this is the thief, Captain? You mean to say that my artifacts have been found?
Yes, Count Carvane. He stole your artifacts and attempted to deliver them to the bandits operating in the Bruma caverns.
I see. Well, of course, I expect he should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Now, my artifacts?
Actually, this new friend of Bruma has them.
And who's this?
A friend, responsible for tracking down the artifacts and finding the thief. In fact, I'd say they deserve most of the credit, Count Carvane.
Ah, friend of Bruma. Such tales are always gratifying to hear of. In fact, Captain, would you mind giving us a moment to speak?
Of course. I'll just be waiting over there. I'd like to say a few words to this new friend of Bruma before they take their leave.
Of course, Captain. Friend de Bruma, may I have a moment?
I am Marcius Carvane, Viscount Bruma, at your service. Have you read my book by any chance?
If you would just hand over the artifacts, gently if you please. Thank you very much. So, you tracked down the thief and found my artifacts. I am extremely grateful. Please, accept this small recompense from the treasury. Thank you for your service. Something makes me think you're not going to merely disappear, though. You're the kind to get tangled in all sorts of affairs, I'm sure. Farewell, friend to Bruma. Good luck. I do hope you remain loyal to the Bruma throne.
Hello! Clean, mostly. I do all the work that nobody else wants to. I don't mind it, really. Especially since that means I get to work around my friend Irma. Thanks for asking. Yeah.
Hello, I am Afana Adichie. I'm part of the Bruma court. Rather high-ranking in it, too. Anyway, is there anything you needed? Do? Oh, well, I suppose I don't really do anything in particular. I mean, I help out the Count when needed, of course. My father owned land outside of Bruma, and after some lucrative business with the Carvanes, became well respected. I inherited what he owned when he passed, and, well, here I am. Oh, but I do love conversations like this. Feel free to come back and chat about it again sometime. Let me think. There was one raid Simmond organized last I remember. Never mentioned it to me. Always been a quiet fellow, but I saw it in his journal. Well, yes. He's one of those mysterious men, you know? Just has an aura about him. Piques a lady's interest. You can't blame me for peeking in his journal, I hope. We all have our vices. No, truth told. Though I imagine you could just check Simmons' journal if you wanted to do that. I obviously couldn't endorse such behavior, though. Goes without saying, I suppose. In his quarters, of course, though you may need a key to get inside. Well, maybe I do. I'm a terrible liar. Okay, I have one. But I obviously couldn't give it to you now, could I? Unless you could always do me a favor. Here's what we'll do. I'll give you the key to Simmons' quarters, and you can do whatever you wish. But in return, you have to leave this note in his drawer. No need to read it. It's sentimental. Oh, fantastic. Here you go. I eagerly await your return.
What is it? Goodbye.
Do you need something? Yes. There was Strong Minds operation. That's about all I can remember, though. What? No, of course not. That's preposterous. Bye.
Did you do it? Did you plant the note in Gautier's drawer? Oh, I am aflutter with excitement. Excellent. Here, take a bit of extra coin. My treat. I can't wait until Simmond reads it.
I'm Sinja Strongmind. I'm one of the nobles of County Bruma. Is there anything I can help you with? I heard of 2 raids on bandits in the last few months. There was Operation Strong Arm, and another. The other one was on Amidas, if memory serves. But Strong Arm was my idea. Afraid that's all I can remember, though. Things move quickly here in the castle. I hired just some common, everyday mercenaries, really. Nothing particularly special about them, as far as I recall. They were holed up in plundered mine, as far as I remember. More have probably moved in by now, sadly. I swear, bandits breed faster than skeevers in a keck of black briar. Yes, it was. The bandits were cleared out, and the ringleader killed. Minimal casualties on our side. Until next time.
It's rare to see someone so willing to help another these days. You went to great lengths to find those damned artifacts. And for that, you have my thanks. I don't know what Count Carvane said to you, and I don't really mind. The Count and I don't always see eye to eye, but I have a duty. Anyway, something makes me think we may see each other again. People like you tend to make waves, don't they? Take this. A personal thank you gift from me. Safe travels, my friend. And thanks.
Protect and serve. It's what we do.
My name's Edvia. I work at Northern Arms, the blacksmith. But it's closed right now. About me? Not really much to tell. Well, okay, there's no easy way to put this, but my family wants me to marry this diplomat in the Imperial City. They say he's charming and handsome and witty, but I know what they really mean. He's rich, and he's going to bring wealth to the family. Wealth and influence. But I don't want money or power. I want someone I love, and he isn't it. Holgard is. But, well, he's proven more than a little resistant. So far. Goodbye.
Hey, watch it! You're back. Any news on my wife? Who's the spineless wretch that sold us out? Tell me, now! Gautier? The Breton? Then I'll rip his... Wait, a Breton? Really? A Breton? Weak-willed, soft-spoken, magic-practicing ponces? How could a Breton overcome an orc, even with bandits on his side? I remember overhearing talk in the castle that Simon had a luxury manor up in the east of the Gerals somewhere. Go search this guy's home. See if it actually was him. Find something, anything, that conclusively links him to the crime and bring it to me. If it is the damned Breton, that's when we act.
his heart.
Nice creature.
Please, please.
You is at an end.
Killed the brigands, eh? Well, that's a thorn removed from our side at the very least. Too bad I couldn't claim the blade, and the glory, for myself, though. Araya Snowfist's the commander at the Eastern Watchtower. She's been wanting the bandit's blade for a while. If she's right, the trophy will impress the powers that be in the castle, get us reassigned to a better job when one opens up. I know Garcia's probably asked you to kill these bandits, probably for morale, and I can't force you to do anything. But I'd really appreciate it if you'd give the sword to Araya instead.
Yes? What did you need?
There once was a hero. Another red who came riding to Whiterun from... Yes, boss? Donations are always appreciated. Oh, you want the stuff back? We can discuss that later. Let's get moving.
Good morning.
Where'd you go, my friend? There is
That'll teach you.
It's finished.
Who's there?
Found you!
Who made that noise?
Where'd you come from?
Ralgar Silverplow, retired hunter and tracker at your service. Used to be, yes. I hunted game all over County Bruma, from the Gerals to the Vallis in the south into Coral. Bagged some pretty impressive beasts in my day. Say, would you like to hear about the time I killed the most monstrous grizzly in all of Cyrodiil?
Only time will tell.
I was out for a normal trek into the wild, and I found these tracks you see. They weren't any ordinary tracks either. They were big, huge, larger than any bear print I had ever seen before, or since. I knew it was foolish to chase after such a monster, especially with the snow coming down as hard as it was. But I just thought of how beautiful its head would look, mounted over my mantle, and I pressed on. It found me on the slopes of Dive Rock, galloping from a copse of trees, faster than an avalanche. Its roar louder than thunder. I didn't have time to put an arrow into his heart. I dropped my bow, pulled out my axe, and danced with the beast on that mountain. Fortunately, such a creature is not well suited for hunting on the steep crags of the Gerals. After a little tussle, I sent the beast tumbling off the cliff to its death. Took me nearly a week to find, clean, and haul the carcass back to Bruma. Now it sits above the fire, a proper trophy. Thank you, thank you. I invite you to stop by my home any time to see the beast. But mind the wife. One wrong word and she'll talk your ear off about something or other. Not all of us can be proper, though, I suppose. Lots of refugees coming in from Skyrim. Civil war is getting pretty nasty, I hear. There's some bard down at the tavern playing a real awful racket. Hope he leaves soon, or we might just have to run him out of town. See you around.
I'm Ruchia of the Jucani family. We're not all that interesting a family, truth be told, though I'm sure Albecius will rattle on about how influential we are. He's tooting his own horn a little too much on that subject. He wishes we were influential, and the gods know he's trying his hardest to make it so. But for now, we're just like any other moderately wealthy family. We attend private parties and have fineries, but we're certainly not pulling the strings of the Elder Council as much as Albecius wishes otherwise. See you around.
What in oblivion are you doing? Here to browse my fine selection of ancient... Take a look. Bye.
I may serve Count Carvain, but I take command.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let me see that. That bastard. Yes, he did it. I can tell, plain as day. He tries to speak in riddles, but it seems he's not all that good at subtlety. We found the bastard. And it implies he got her alive. Perhaps she's still alive. Come, my friend, it's time we got to the bottom of this. once and for all. We're going to Gautier's house, now. I'll follow your lead. It's time for retribution. Well, he wasn't at the castle when I went to do a little investigation while you were away, so he must be somewhere. I bet he's at the house. Just probably not in plain sight. Slimy Breton bastard. Rah! Would you look at this? Silverware. Materialistic Breton bastard. Doesn't surprise me. How fantastic! That's what he thinks of her? Of course it is. Just another one of his possessions. Another trope. Feeling clumsy today?
You smell a little dog-like today.
Easy there.
Hey.
Calm down. Well, that's that. Now let's march down here and find my wife.
Whew. Today went better than expected, I suppose. But some nosy type came asking her about mercenaries and bandits and payments.
You sneaky, slimy, slithering bastard! Here with my wife! My wife! You deviant, backstabbing...
She's mine, dumrag. She loves me.
Your lies can't save you now, you ignorant son of a...
I love him.
A tool, you faithless wretch! How dare you? How dare you forsake me so brazenly for this corrupt, spineless...
Doomrug, I...
Enough of this! A tool loves me. She no longer loves you. You must come to terms with that orc. Now, leave our home and never bother me or her ever again.
Comes like a shot. What do I do? What do I do?
See you around. This one wonders to himself.
What in oblivion are you doing? Someone do something!
On that one.
Who made that noise?
Another textbook example of skill and grace.
Yes? What did you need? I can't wait to see the courtyard again.
Monster. I'm worse than Gautier. Leave me. This comes as a shock. What do I do? What do I do? You're right. This was bad business all around. No good can come from stooping to this level anymore. I know coincidences, and this certainly wasn't one. Too meticulous, too perfect, too pre-planned. What's done is done. It's time to move on. I'm done here. What's done is done. It's time to move on. I'm done here.
one need. Bye. Get this one! Watch it! I'm not the enemy! And this one presumes it isn't your family fortunes, correct? More about this one? I suppose... see, this one broke with the Khajiit dialect. This is a sign of the conflict, yes? This one has little love for Elswere's politics, yet much love for its culture. He has more love for the tolerance of Cyrodiil, yet yearns to be reunited with his sense of self, his Khajiit identity. This one realizes that you may not truly understand. You are no Khajiit. Yes, there is. Sadly, though, it remains out of this one's reach. And that is the problem. There is a concept known to the Khajiit of Elsweyr. Two Moons Dance. It is not well documented, for it is to the Khajiit of Elsweyr as natural as breathing. The knowledge of its intricacies, its more obscure secrets, is passed down from moon priest to moon priest through the generations. If this one were to walk Two Moons Dance, if he were to see himself and the world in which he resides in a different light, bathed in the clarity of Jon and Jod, then perhaps he would be at peace with himself. But this ritual is practiced in Elsweyr, and we are not in Elsweyr. And even if we were, this one has no desire to fraternize with those there. So he is, as the Imperials say, at an impasse. Farewell. I dare you!
I could use a friend with this one.
Glorious, man.
Oh well, if it isn't another adventurer, come to return the heirloom back to its rightful owner. Well, I'm afraid the heirloom isn't real. You're a damned fool, though I can't say you're the first. Looks like you've just wandered into something well over your head. Now tell me, are you gonna sink or swim? I'm someone that isn't afraid to kill people that ask tedious questions. Now listen. I have a dagger on my hip. It's laced with a deadly homebrewed Dunrick concoction, Luminos Rusla, Violet Coprinus, and a little bit of ground adamantium ore. All you need to know is that once the poison gets into your veins, well, I wouldn't be investing in any of your business ventures. So I suggest you cooperate with me. Nothing too hard. Child's play. Good thing for you, eh? I have a package here that needs delivering to a certain Dunme lady in Bruma. Quite the damsel, that one. No, and don't ask what's inside. None of your business. Well, if you're going to put it so bluntly, I'm afraid you've disappointed me. I was hoping we could keep the foreplay going a little longer. Yes, I mean Elamoon Nethri. She's an associate of mine, stone-hearted bitch. Suits me perfectly. Give her the goods, and you'll never hear from me again. Betray me, and our fledgling love will be short but sweet. Not even any love letters. How's that for bittersweet romance, eh? I'll let you work out the right choice. I believe you've got a task to complete. Off you go, or would you rather I end you right here and now?
I'm proud of my ancestry, as should all Nords be.
Damnable tavern! Damnable...
Oh, you're...
How dare you love...
Ah, you're back. Do you have the heirloom? Thank you. I don't know what I would have done without my heirloom. Thank you for retrieving it. Good day. What is it?
Yes? What?
Ho ho! Fresh meat in Bruma! Skingrad didn't have as many lucrative opportunities as I would have liked, so I got thinking, how can I make my fortune? One of my friends, a Nord guy by the name of Nolir, he was insane for meat. Put a steak in front of his face and throw it all the way to Coral. He'd run after it like a rabid dog. He gave me the idea. I thought to myself, if the Nords love meat so much, why not cater directly to that need? Cut out the innkeeper, middleman, and let the Nords come to a dedicated butcher? And so I did exactly that. See you around.
Can I help you? All right, I suppose. My sales pitch isn't very good, I know, but I still get a fair few customers. Everyone needs something to wear, I guess. Farewell.
Stranger, have you seen my dad? Stranger, have you seen my dad? Dad's a soldier in the Legion. He's always off with them, serving at some fort up in the mountains. He's big and tall, with yellow hair. That's what my mom told me. She told me that her dad was in the Legion, too. Yeah. Grandpa told me it's a soldier's duty, and that I should be proud of him. At home, I think. We all live in the big house across from the wizards. Mommy says they're called the Synod Conclave, but they just look like wizards to me. They make so much noise at night that sometimes I can't sleep. That big eye on their building is scary, too. Celis Prelius. Mommy says it's a strong imperial name, but I like my name better. It means I have a strong heart. Mommy must like it better, too, because she uses it even though it makes Grandpa mad. She works at the Duralview Inn. I don't think she likes it there, but she says she has to make ends meet. Whatever that means. Whose end? And why does he need meat in the Licinia Ironheart? She told me that she used to be called Licinia. Elias, but then she married Dad.
Hello. Haran! That oaf. Oh, did Licinia send you my way? Forget I said that. No, I haven't heard from him in months. Not since he was called to arms. It's that obvious, is it? Well, I don't hate the boy. He's a good husband to Licinia, and a good father to Elena. But if I had a son like that, I'd ask the Divines what I had done wrong. You might not understand why, but every soldier of the Legion takes an oath. Upon my honor, I do swear undying loyalty to the Emperor, Titus Mede II, and unwavering obedience to the officers of his great empire. May those above judge me, and those below take me if I fail in my duty. Long live the Emperor! Long live the Empire! Haran said those words, but I could tell he never meant them. He holds Skyrim and his Nord heritage closer to his heart than he ever held the Empire. Until next time. Yes,
Stranger,
come to hear
have you
of an
seen
old
my
man's
dad?
Adventures?
Dad's a soldier in the Legion. He's always off with them, serving at some fort up in the mountains.
Hey, watch it.
Wine, mead, ale, water.
Ah, you did well to choose the Geralt View.
Your room rental also includes complimentary access to the Geralt View bathhouse on the lower floor. Peruse it at your leisure. Our customers find it very rejuvenating. Allow me to show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need. Whoa! Easy there.
Am I invisible?
Ah, another patron of this fine bathhouse. Please. Come in, come in. The water's fine.
Can I help you?
Excellent, even.
By the divines, put something on, will you? See you.
Delightful waters, no? Would be a true shame should they be sullied. Hello there. Hello there.
What is it?
This one wonders to himself sometimes. Where will his story end? Where will he be when age consumes him? Only time will tell.
Yes? And I'd like to answer. What's next?
Hello there. Hello there.
Hello? You're asking a Nord where he learned to smith. That's like asking an Altmer where he learned to make you want to punch him in the face. I learned all over Tamriel. I learned near enough my whole life. When I was 10, my mother would always be going on, you know. Damn it, Holgard, I haven't seen you with a hammer out of your hands for years. I don't even remember what your empty hands look like. By now, I'd believe it if someone said you were born with a smith's hammer in your hand, and burn marks to match. The bottom line is that blacksmithing is as much a part of being a Nord as the beards and the drink, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Until next time.
Ah, someone else who desires a relaxing bath, yes? Welcome to the bathhouse, fair patron. So, to whom do I owe this pleasure? Never answer a question with a question, friend. Bad form, or so the Imperials say. I call myself Bathes in Murky Waters, though friends call me Bathes, for I enjoy bathing in baths very much. These are dark times for the Empire, wouldn't you say? It still has not recovered from the Great War. And now, once again, it appears it will descend into turmoil. The Dominion are increasing their presence. And I hear rumors, whispers on the wind, of insurrectionist groups agitating against the current government. Some of the political families of Cyrodiil are even vying to place themselves upon the Ruby Throne. What say you to that, friend? Baths are relaxing, yes? Unwind the muscles, release tension. Surely the best place to have rational discussion about sensitive subject matter. I wish I shared your optimism, friend. The Empire is reeling, and I doubt the Median Empire will be able to salvage it. Now, friend, tell me honestly, and remember, we are friends here, in this most innocuous of public places. What do you truly think of the Median Empire? I agree, and they cannot withstand the chaos ensuing from it. The rebellion in Skyrim, the public bitterness, but the Empire is greater than its current Median rule, and it cannot be allowed to collapse, no? There must be change, yes? There must be revolution. Do you not agree? Ah, then, we are two people of the same thinking, two allies cut from the same cloth, yes? Here, take this. I think you may find it greatly enlightening. I trust you will read it with great care. And now, my friend, I must depart. I am sure we will see each other again.
Ah, good to see you. Goodbye.
Stantis tends the bar and rents out our rooms. I keep the view running. Bye.